I'm a rebel and fighter. And actually, when I came up to the stage, some people commented on how I dressed. And I often get that kind of comment or question asking me, why do you clothe yourself nicely all the time? I said, just because I can. Why? The first half of my life, I couldn't. I didn't have the freedom of choice to choose my clothes. I was told what to wear, what color, what style. So now I have the freedom, so I celebrate it every single day. Because to me, not only fighting for freedom is important, also celebrating freedom is also important. So also I want to thank CCS for inviting me to come here to speak. So I hope after this, when I meet somebody, I say, hi, my name is Lee Schoolland. They will say, hi, nice to meet you, Lee. Instead of it, they will say, they usually say, hi, Lee, are you related to Ken? So Cindy has raised a very good question, why we fight for freedom. To answer this question, I'd like to go back to how I grown up, because my life experience gave me the privilege to know the difference between life with freedom and life without freedom. Also, I don't ever want to see anybody who has to live through the life I have lived through. So, I was born during the Great Leap Forward, which was the time the communist government confiscated all the private properties in China. My first memory in life was always being hungry, and also seeing people died of starvation on the street due to the government planned economy. When I was 9 years old, the Great Cultural Revolution started. My father, who was a medical doctor, was put in prison as a counter-revolutionary. And my mother, who was an English professor in the university, was forced to attend re-education sessions and being tortured and beat up every day for about up to 15, 18 hours a day. So my little brother and I grew up on our own. That time all schools were closed in China, so we have no schools to go to. And we lived on about less than $2 a month, and also with constant fear. You can see on that far corner of that picture was probably a professor, was forced to bend over and on the street, and her hair was cut randomly by the Red Guards, along with kicking and beating in the public. The reason for that is they want to humiliate these educated people as a punishment. My mother also received that treatment. Not only that, my little brother and I were forced to watch it, and were asked to join in the Red Guard to spit on my mother and beat her up. But by God's grace, we know the right from wrong, and we didn't do it. Then, because we refused, they beat my mother even more. So, in 1969, my father was released from prison because there were not enough prison in China for all the people the government wanted to put behind bars. So our whole family was exiled to a remote village in the south of China to be educated by the peasants through hard labor. This picture is not me, but I did exactly the same thing. We were there for 9 years. During that time, we had no freedom in every aspect of our lives. We were told on everything. Sometimes, even to the point, we had no freedom of choice on what we eat and when to go to the toilet. If you go to the toilet in the wrong time, you're in trouble. You'll be imprisoned. So, in 1984, I was blessed for an opportunity to go to United States, to the land of freedom. And I truly understood what life is with freedom and without freedom. So, my conscience told me that I have to do something because there are still many, many people in the world never had opportunity to taste the sweetness of freedom and to enjoy the beauty of being free. So I don't have an organization. I'm just myself. And, but it doesn't stop me from doing things I can. So I spend all my time, other than working and taking care of my household, spreading the idea of liberty and the free market principles, because I believe in truth. Those are the truth. And I also believe in education. I believe that if we want to change a country, a society, we need to change individuals one at a time. We need to change the way they think and act. Therefore, I started to organize conferences and camps around the world where the idea of liberty are not taught and the free market economic principles are not taught, or some even forbidden. I just want to share with you some of the things I did in the past 5 years. China is a place, even with all the economic freedom, so-called freedom, and changes, the Austrian School of Economics is still not taught in universities. After I found that out, I was surprised. So I was determined to bring that to universities in China. So my first breakthrough is in 2010. I started working with the Northeastern universities in Shenyang to organize this Austrian School Economics Summer School. Actually, I was not allowed to use this title. I was asked to change it to Overseas Economic Seminars. So I told them I don't care, whatever the title, it won't change my message. After our first year, the students were really, how do I say? The students had a very good response, so the school decided to invite us back. So for the past 4 years, more than 300 young minds were impacted. And we're invited to go back again this year. In Romania, I organized the Austrian Economic Summer School with American University in Romania, and partially sponsored by the Frederick Naumann Foundation. And through that event, we trained many young leaders in the liberty movement. You probably will see a lot of familiar faces in here. The big breakthrough for me was to organize the Shanghai Austrian Economic Summit. This is the first time in China this kind of event was held entirely by a private person, and with people from many parts of the world, and under the watchful eyes of the Communist Party. And after this event, many things happened, and some of the participants in this event from China were the product of the Shanghai Austrian School Economic Conference. Last year in Bratislava, I organized this Bratislava Austrian Economic Summit. All the people were there. We really had a wonderful treat. I also decided to influence young people's mind through teaching English to the young people with the way and the principle behind the idea of liberty. We not only influenced all the kids in that camp, also made a huge impact among the parents. So here I am. Actually, I'm not alone, even though I'm kind of like a lone fighter, but I have support from people like you from all over the world. And I would like to ask all the people in the audience who have participated in my events, please stand up and please remain standing. Thank you very much. Because without you, I wouldn't be able to do so many things. So also I want to ask all of you to continue to support me, support the movement through me in any way you can. And here's one of the opportunities. The second Shanghai Austrian School Economic Summit is scheduled this year in July 18th to 20th. So I want to invite all of you to come. And also, if you can, help me raise some money, because we already remortgaged our house 3 times. But it's worth it. And I have a very, very supportive husband and daughter. And so please join us. The way I did it was I told hotel. They say you have to register with the government. What is your organization with this and that? I say, I don't have an organization. I'm having a big party to celebrate freedom. Just a party. So they say, oh, okay. That's how I did it. Okay, we're going to have more parties to celebrate freedom. Thank you.